Here are solutions to homework set number 10 for ECE 463-663 Modern Control. This homework set looks at using LQR techniques to find full state feedback gains. Now the first problem is given the cart and pendulum system from homework set number 4. Find the feedback gains using LQR techniques. So starting out, the ball and beam system that we're looking at, cart and pendulum system that we're looking at looks like this. If I run it, I'm trying to apply a force at the base to balance the yardstick on your hand. Find those feedback gains. Well, the approach used with LQR, let's get MATLAB to stop this, is kind of guess again. So with LQR techniques, I've got the plant dynamics. Here's how I want it to respond. 10 seconds settling time, 10% overshoot is roughly that desired response. Use LQR to find the feedback gains. Here's the weighting. The first state is position, what I care about, angle, velocity, angular velocity, and U. So if I try with this response, without waiting for Q, the red is the desired response, blue is the actual response. I'm too slow. So just play with the knobs. The weighting on X speeds up the system. And that actually looks pretty good. Let's try 8. 7, 6. All right, I can live with that. So this is Q. There's nothing special with that Q other than it gives me roughly the desired response. When I'm done, what I've done is, here's my feedback gain KX. Here's where I put the closed loop poles. If I did pole placement, I'd get the same answer. This just says this is the optimal place to put the poles given that cost function. And what I want to do for the feedback gain, or control the system, I need to know KX and KR. So copy KX over here. So here's the new improved feedback gain. Here's KR. And there's my control law. Yeah, leftovers with some other program. Okay, so there's my control law. I'm going to calculate the input. Once I know the input, find the plant dynamics, integrate, move forward in time, and display it. And here's what she looks like for the nonlinear simulation. I tell it to go over to 1. And it slowly gets there. A little bit of overshoot. And here you can kind of tell I'm not really pushing it all that hard. There's not a lot of lean to the beam. I could do better, but this meets the requirements. So that's the first problem. Problem 2 is repeat for the ball and beam system. So here's the ball and beam system. I apply torque to the beam. I try to get the beam to come over, slew up and down, try to get it balanced at a point. Do that using full state feedback. Well, to do that, let's go back to MATLAB and stop that program. Input the system's A matrix, B matrix, C matrix. Here's my desired response, same as before. Find feedback gains that do that. So I'm going to weight the state X and try that for Q initially. And here this is the desired response in red, actual response in blue. Kind of bad. Crank up the gain, it's still pretty bad. Okay, to get rid of the oscillations, I need to do something. So let's try this. If I weight the angle, does that help? That made it worse. If I weight the velocity, does that help? Yeah, a little bit. If I weight angular velocity, does that help? Not a whole lot. This one seemed to be the best. So let's play with these gains until I get rid of the oscillations. Okay, it looks pretty good. Okay, too much. Let's try this one. Yeah, it seemed to make it worse. And it's kind of trial and error. I've got these knobs to play with. Ooh, that seems to look good. Keep going. Ooh, I like that. Until the response looks reasonable. So this is Q. There's nothing magical about that Q other than it seems to give me the right response. Once you're happy with your design, I can go back to MATLAB and say, here's my feedback gain, Kx. Let's get that out of the way. Here's Kr. Here's where I put the closed loop pole. And this one kind of makes sense. That's about where I put the reference model poles. And that should work. So let's try it. I'm a little worried about these gains. They seem to be kind of high. But the acid test is, does it work? So that's Kx. Here's Kr. There's my control law. There's no servo compensator on this problem. That's next week. Once I get the input, feed it into the dynamics, integrate, and there's your response. So let's see if that actually works. So give a step input. It goes over. Stops at 1. About like I want. That's kind of the idea of LQR techniques. I've got a knob to play with. That's the weightings on Q. There's nothing magical about the numbers. They're just numbers to play with. Similar to what you did with pole placement, but this makes it a little bit easier to tune. I can sit there and play with the weightings, increase the weighting on X to get a quicker response. These guys, weighting X dot and theta dot, slowed it down, got rid of the oscillations. Play with the numbers until you get a good response. The net gain is optimal for a completely arbitrary cost function, so I don't like to use the word optimal control, but that's what it's called. I wind up with the gain Kx and stabilizing feedback control law. So this is similar to pole placement. You're just trying to find pole state feedback gains to give you good response. Another way of doing it, instead of placing the poles, I'm going to use LQR techniques, and there's a lot going on in the background. You're setting up an algebraic Riccati equation, you're solving it, doing optimal control, finding the feedback gains as time goes to infinity, all that. Or from our standpoint, here's another tool, LQR, given A, B, Q, and R, it'll spit back feedback gains. And that is homework set number 10 for ECE 463 modern control, feedback control, calculated using LQR techniques.